Hey, welcome to a late night episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. I managed to get 3 Southern Tier beers at Total Wine. I'm surprised. I guess they pretty much only ship, well, as you can see from the title, Warlock, and also Pumking, which I'll do tomorrow probably. But this says best by July 29th, which means this was probably bottled on July 29th of this year. You know, all seasonal beers are made at least one, if not 2 seasons before the actual season. So anyway, I was going to start with Pumking, but I just came back from the Orlando City. This is the sponsor. I came back from the Orlando City game, and I'm wearing my purple shirt, so I was like, you know, I'm going to do Warlock. Wow, that's like almost the exact same shade of purple. Maybe not the same, but they're pretty close. Anyway, let's dive in. I can't remember last time I had this beer, but we'll see how it is. Yeah, I mean, classic pumpkin beer smell. You know, you get your nutmeg, your ginger, your cinnamon. A lot of cinnamon on this one. Sounds like a graham cracker pie crust or something. In fact, as far as aroma, I mean, this one's pretty much indistinguishable from Pumking, even though it's a stout. So I mean, a stout, you think you're gonna get like some roastiness or like some dark fruits or something from all the dark malts. Let's say 8.6 ABV, so strong, but not super ridiculously strong. I remember when this first came out, everybody was saying, "Oh, it's just Pumking. They throw some black patent malt in it." But I mean, maybe it is for all I know. I doubt. I'm sure it's. I would like to think they finesse it a little bit more than that, but anyway, I'm sure it looks black on camera, but it's actually. It almost looks like a brown ale coming out of the bottle, and actually, there's a little bit left, so you'll see what I mean in a few minutes. As always, it comes up to the rim. It just takes me a while to get the camera and everything set up. So let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, so that is definitely more than just Pumking with black patent malt, because one of the first things I noticed was a chocolatey sensation, which is something you would get from actual like legit roasted malt. Like black patent malt is essentially almost like burnt malt, you know. And most brewers, they just use it for additional coloring, like especially on like a real like stout, especially an Imperial Stout or something. If they don't get it dark enough, they'll throw some black patent malt in there to, like, you know, get that Marshall Zukov or that Goose Island Bourbon County shade of black. But otherwise, it doesn't really add much as far as flavor or anything, other than usually like maybe like kind of like an ashy coffee kind of flavor. Okay, yeah. So right away, I get the cinnamon. I get the cinnamon and nutmeg. Just classic pumpkin flavors. The irony about so-called pumpkin beers or anything pumpkin flavored, like pumpkin spice, like coffee creamer, anything that's supposedly pumpkin flavored, it's pretty rare there's actual pumpkin in it, because if you've ever eaten pumpkin, it's like a kind of a bland squash flavor. It is not sweet. It's certainly, you know, you can take pumpkin and throw a bunch of spices on top of it, and you know, it would just taste like you had yellow squash or zucchini. I mean, it's just basically orange squash. Pumpkin puree, like you would get, like you would make a pie with, like it's, you know, got all those sugary flavors and the spice rack seasoning added to it. But yeah, so you know, cinnamon, nutmeg right up front. As it's coming down, I get like a little bit of chocolate, dark malt on there. I don't think I would say coffee. It doesn't strike me as being like a super strong beer, even though it's 8.6. It feel like the mouthfeel is fairly light. I would not call it full body at all. I'd call it like medium. I don't even know if I would go as far as saying medium full. I think it's just straight up medium. Medium. I don't know. Is that medium high carbonation? Yeah, finish like that cinnamon really lingers. Gives a nice warming, tingly sensation. You know, nice spicy flavor. Cinnamon's an interesting, you know, spice or flavor, whatever you want to call it, because like it has like a warming sensation like peppers, but I don't think it doesn't have the capsaicin in it. Let's stop this off so you guys can see what I'm saying as far as watch the color on this one. Whoops. See how it's like a super deep amber chestnut brown, and it is not super dark black. I even get some like ruby on that. Actually, it's more like a magenta. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of, other than obviously Pumking. Kind of reminds me of like some kind of British beer, but without like the no ringwood yeast sensation on this one. That would be interesting. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a simple palate, but I think to me it's a pretty tasty, flavorful palate. I mean, the cinnamon, the ginger, the nutmeg. I think there might be some allspice in there. You know, background sensation of milk chocolate, almost like a cookie kind of a flavor. I think they overcarbed it a little. You know, the body is not super thick on this one, so like I said, I think it's like medium body, medium high carbonation. If I really linger, I can get a little bit of like a fruitiness from the malt on here. Maybe even, you might even call it a breadiness. Actually, kind of reminds me of like a German Bock or something like that. Almost like that super dark, like cherry, fruity flavor. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I'll bet you could give this to somebody blindfolded, and if they didn't know it was a stout, they probably wouldn't pick up on it. I think they would just say it's, you know, like most other pumpkin beers. Usually pumpkin beer is like a brown ale base, or maybe American amber, or some kind of British, like well, not a bitter, but maybe like a British brown ale. Yeah, some kind of hops on here. I could probably look up on their website, but does it say on here? No, I remember when they used to put everything on the bottle. The hops are kind of piney, a little spicy. Yeah. Yeah, overall, I mean, it's good. It's not blowing my mind the way Pumking did back in 2009 or whatever that was. But yeah, this is pretty tasty. I think like it's you know, for 8.6 ABV, I think it should be like a little bit more. It should just have a little bit more of everything in it. To me, this drink's like something a little more standard. Like it feels like it's more like a 6.5 tops, like that strength of the beer. 8.6, you're going into it expecting like, you know, something pretty decadent, and this is not to say that it's bland or mild or anything. It's just like not as in your face as I was expecting. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same flavors over and over. So I mean, if you like that classic pumpkin flavor of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, a little bit of a bonus chocolate on here, then you probably like this one. As far as score, I'd probably go 4 to 5 on Untappd for this one. You know, maybe I could even go as low as, I could see it going as low as 3.5 because you know, it's not exactly reinventing the wheel or anything. But yeah, I mean, it's good. And I mean, I would have no trouble going through a 4-pack or 6-packs of these. I mean, not right now. I just mean like over the course of a week or two. But yeah, so Southern Tier Warlock, I like it. Check it out. I will probably do Pumking tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. I will see you guys next time.